Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I went ahead and filmed a full workout for you guys, including my core work at the end. Yes, I'm still cutting. I'm down a little bit, by the way. I'm down another pound for those who've been following the weigh-in updates on Instagram, so it's coming along. And I'm actually surprised at how slow I am losing weight versus changing my clothing. Like, it's really kind of funny because, like, lately, it seems like even a 2 or 3 pound shift in body weight is like an inch off of my waist. Which is, really, really shocking. I'm almost sitting here going, man, how small of a belt am I going to have to get later if I drop down to, another 20 pounds at this point? Because that almost seems like that's going to be another 6 inches off my waist. But yeah, up front, I did some power clean and push press. Well, these aren't really power cleans. They're really muscle cleans. And yes, I know they're not the best technique in the world. People are going to say, why isn't Brittany on camera today? Well, Brittany's filming. She's there. We're trying to work on some of her technique more. Her deadlift, because we've done so much filming of it again, without me being able to stand there and coach her and check her foot setup because I'm having to hold a camera. I just feel like it's hurt her training. Me filming her has been a negative for her training because I haven't been able to fix her deadlift. And a lot of the issue that we run into is that whole long femur issue. Brittany has really, really long legs. You guys might have figured out she's pretty tall. Brittany's 5'7". So she has really long legs, and so finding the right leverages for her aren't always easy. They're doable though, but I'm thinking almost that we might need to change the style of deadlift I have her do. Instead of doing my style with the thoracic rounding and everything, we might want to try a different method of doing it. But as you guys can see here, I mean, the scale is still going down. I'm down 21 pounds since I started the new cardio. I'm not counting from total weight because actually I'd gotten up to 255, crazy enough. But the first 5 pounds came off really, really easy with some minor changes. And then I kind of started tracking it at 250, but I'm down to 229. For those curious, I'm 5'9", and this is just maintenance training. And it's kind of one of those things. A lot of guys are like, "Why aren't you really increasing the weight? Why aren't you getting stronger? Why aren't you making gains?" And it's like, well, reality. I'm a fairly advanced lifter. I'm 40 years old. I'm an advanced lifter. I've already built my entire base. I don't have any lifts that would be intermediate lifts, anything like that anymore. When you look at any charts, and I'm losing weight. So what I can hope for is to keep all the muscle mass I have, and that's my goal, and I'm not willing to change that goal. If I can keep every ounce of muscle that I have and drop another 20 pounds, I will consider that a tremendous success. I mean, who cares about making gains if you can drop 20 pounds of fat while keeping what you have? Think how much easier things are going to be when I go back to my other training. Right there, though, we did see a little bit of floundering. I was actually hoping I would swoosh today because I did a lot more cardio this weekend, and I feel like my waist got smaller, my clothes are even looser, but the scale didn't go down today. I was actually kind of shocked. I was hoping it might drop down to like 227, but it didn't. It was back up like a pound after doing all that cardio. But the fact is, I feel leaner. I look leaner. My clothes are looser, so I'll live with it. But I did notice, if you guys notice that back off set, that 6 reps was really hard. That was supposed to be an 8 rep set. I just didn't have it in me. And that just happens. The thing is, my body's still adapting to the huge volumes of cardio I'm doing. So again, if I can come in and just maintain my strength and occasionally hit a better day, occasionally hit a worse day, and sometimes I've got to time that. I'm really only going to film for you guys 1 day a week in the gym. It's just a big hassle with Brittany and I's schedules to really make the extra time because it takes longer to film. Brittany's really busy. She has to be my camera woman when we do this. So sometimes us doing this can detract away from getting workouts in and working it into her schedule, because there are days where we film and she trains and we film before she goes to work. So it can be problematic, so I'm going to film 1 day a week, and it's going to be hit or miss. I'm going to have workouts to where it isn't my best workout of the week. You know what? That's going to happen on camera. That's going to happen. And we saw it right here. You guys notice I was struggling with that bent bar. I ended up grabbing the bent bar again. Those reps were harder than they should have been. That set felt heavy. I struggled with that bent bar. Now, am I going to blame the bent bar for all of that? No, of course not. I'm not going to be that kind of pussy. I'm cutting. I'm losing weight. I'm doing a lot of cardio. I'm going to have days where I'm not at my best in the gym. And you know what? You can't let those things get to you, because that's the one thing that I've always noticed that sabotages cuts and losing body fat for people like me. This might be different for you. when I see any floundering in performance, I see any floundering in strength, that freak out. Going, oh my God, I did 2 less reps than I'm capable of doing on that exercise. I better start bulking. That's the thing that will absolutely mess up fat loss. For someone like me who's really big on strength, really big on performance, that will totally destroy you. That will destroy you. You've got to watch that. You've got to learn to let those things go. And I've reached a point where I've realized that cutting and getting leaner is so much better for all of my goals that I can't let stupid shit like days where I lose a little bit of performance get in the way. You know what? It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Get over it. Now, if you're losing an appreciable amount of strength, you're cutting too fast. You're being stupid. Time to slow things down. But here, doing front squats again. Some people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're using such a lightweight on the front squat. Well, I didn't squat for over a year. And I'm cutting, and I'm front squatting after deadlifting. What do you think's going to happen? Guess what? There's the real world. It's going to take a little while. My front squat probably will not go above 315 for reps till I'm done cutting. Which is going to take months to me to maintain the muscle that I have and to keep losing and to lose another 20, 25 pounds. It's going to take months. It'll take the rest of this year. But you know what? That's okay. It's a work in progress. I'm doing it. It's happening. And at this point, no one's going to derail my success. You know, I have someone in my corner who's cool with my diet. Brittany motivates me. She actually will talk to me about maybe cheating on my diet. Are you sure you want to do that? Are you sure that's conducive to your goals? How bad do you want that cheeseburger versus how bad do you want to reach your goals? So when you've got a woman who's like that in your corner, I'm going to say this has been the easiest cut I've ever done. And it's because I have someone in my life who's supportive, who's like, no, you've got to do that. You know you've got to do your cardio. Don't skip your cardio today. You can do another 30 minutes. You do what you got to do. You know, when you have a partner who's in your corner like that, that's the one thing I'll tell the guys. You know what? People talk about behind every strong man, there's a strong woman. There's some truth to that shit. I've seen it many times over the years. There's definitely some truth to that. When you have someone who's in your corner like that, who drives you and pushes you forward and tells you that failure is not an option, you know what? You're going to do a lot better. Your goals come along a lot easier. There's some truth to that. There's some truth to being on a team. And I threw in some ab work for you guys here at the end, and you guys can enjoy this and laugh at me trying to get the weight right. I haven't been doing these with cables in a while, but I thought, let me just do something different because, you know, I got the camera rolling. I need to do some extra core work. Let me just do some on camera, and I haven't done these with a cable in a long time, so getting it right was really funny. So I'll leave that in there, even the blooper at the start. And then me going to the weight I want to use. And I'll probably run this again to get to that 10-minute mark because you guys know what? Ad revenue matters. Deal with it and suck it. That's reality. This is my job. I'm going to get every penny out of it I can get without hurting anyone. So, that being said, yeah, I'm going to run this again. So people are going to be like, why standing ab work? Well, standing ab work carries over better to all your standing exercises, doesn't it? Think about that from the perspective of specificity of training. Specificity of training. When you need your core to be strong in most situations, what are you doing? Are you laying down or are you standing on your feet? Are you on your knees or are you on your feet? Well, depending upon what your profession is, your line of work, I'm going to assume you're probably not going to be on your knees. Now, I understand there's a lot of bodybuilders out there, and I know what a lot of bodybuilders got to do to pay for their growth hormone. But that being said, you're probably going to need to engage your core while standing on your feet. You know, you got to engage your core standing on your feet because you squat, you deadlift, you overhead press, you hit someone on a playing field. Maybe you're involved in a fighting sport. When you get hit in the guts, are you going to be laying on your back most likely, or are you going to be on your feet? Well, if you're already on your back, it's over anyways. Who cares? Game over. You've already lost. You're going to get hit in your gut standing on your feet. Be strong standing on your feet. When you do an overhead press or a front squat or a deadlift, are you standing on your feet or are you laying on your back? You're standing on your feet. So train accordingly. And for me, I even put my foot stance at the same stance I try to use for the deadlift or the front squat. Why? Because those are the exercises I do. Therefore, I need my core to be engaged when I am in similar positions to those exercises. So I stand on my feet and I put my foot spacing the same that I do on my standing exercises. It's about specificity of training, guys. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.